store for your pet's medicine and supplies. Hi, this is Dr. Seuster inviting you to check out our new online store at CovenantAnimalClinicIL.com or just click on our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
ServPro of Piatt-DeWitt Counties is the leader in fire, water, and mold restoration. See all the many services they can offer your home or business by clicking their icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
This Miller Media Group radio station and our online daily newspaper, DeWittDailyNews.com, have got winter weather covered. With our exclusive event delay software, closings and cancellations are posted instantly when received, 24/7, and also air every 10 minutes during applicable times. And find out the latest road conditions at the road conditions icon on DeWittDailyNews.com. Whether online or on air, we've got you covered.
DeWitt County's #1 source for local news is on the air and online 24 hours a day. The latest local news stories are heard every hour on Central Illinois' news station, the Big 1520 AM and 92.3 FM WHOW. Stream live at DeWittDailyNews.com. They're also heard every hour on the station that's your easy choice, 95.9 FM WEZC. And to read the latest local news on your electronic device, including tablets, iPhones, and smartphones, go to DeWittDailyNews.com. DeWitt County's #1 source for local news is on the air, online, 24 hours a day.
WHOW is Central Illinois' ag station, and that includes providing farmers information on how the commodity markets close each day and week. I'm Todd Gleason from Illinois Public Media, University of Illinois Extension, inviting you to hear the daily closing market report weekday afternoons at 5:06, and on Saturdays tune in for Commodity Week with a review of the week's markets at 8:30 in the morning, all on WHOW AM, FM, and streamed online.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. In studio with us today, Heather Purdeu is the executive director of the Scovill Zoo in Decatur. Good morning, Heather.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming out and talking with us today. And you have a dragon in your hands. You are a brave soul this morning, according to some, I would venture a guess. Tell us about who we have here.
Yeah, this is a bearded dragon. You commonly see these. You may even see them in pet stores. Some people do have them as pets. This is Falcor. I think I'm saying it right. She's named after the never-ending story dragon, if you remember that. Kind of a blast from the past there. But you can see they get the name bearded dragon because she has these kind of really neat spines going around her throat here and along her sides.
Are they prickly?
Yeah, here, you want to feel?
I don't really, in fact.
Oh, my
That's why I said you're a brave soul.
Yeah, no. She's just kind of a little prickly, but what they will do is inflate. They'll kind of, inhale, inflate this throat pouch, and it would make them look more intimidating, to a predator. The other thing they can do is they open their mouth, and inside their mouth is pretty yellow, and so that's supposed to look intimidating as well. But you can see those are kind of their defense mechanisms, to defend themselves in the wild, and they're native to Australia.
So when it comes to the in Central Illinois, is you take her around and stuff. What is the conservation message for her?
The conservation message for her would just be with a lot of our other animals. We do a lot of we kind of are big on the Not a Pet campaign. Bearded dragons may be one that is acceptable for people to have as pets rather than some other animals that maybe require more care.
Okay.
These guys are bred in captivity, so you can get them, through local breeders and, like I said, pet stores.
Are they endangered or anything?
No, they're pretty well represented in Australia, but obviously, they're always watching those numbers, and they would be found in more of the arid areas of Australia. And so right now their numbers are still well, but obviously anytime, with human encroachment and stuff like that. You are looking for the kind of human and wildlife conflict. But they are one. So leopard geckos are another little reptile. Those are usually good starter reptiles for people as pet. And then you may want to move up to a bearded dragon. And you can see they have a pretty good temperament. She's pretty chill. She's just hanging out on my hand. But we always ask people to do the research before they're getting something new as a pet. Even obviously, we don't really recommend giving pets as gifts unless you're the parent and you know what it's going to go into taking care of that animal.
Interesting stuff. How old is she?
She is actually still fairly young.
I was gonna say she's not very big. For
no.
dragon.
Yeah, she is. I think she was born in April. So
wow.
So she's not even a year old yet.
At the zoo.
At another zoo, Toledo Zoo is actually where we got her from. So they had some bearded dragons there that they had, and so we actually acquired 2 of them so that we can use for our ambassador programs.
It's amazing she's so young and such a great temperament already.
Yes. And that's just kind of their temperament.
Really?
You get them and they're pretty easygoing. If you're on Facebook, I've seen videos of people cuddling with their bearded dragons. Doesn't sound like Seth would do that, but they can be pretty personable, for a pet. So
interesting stuff. So how big will she get?
She will get a little bit longer. I've read that they can be up to about 2 feet, and that's including the tail length. So, she will fill out and grow a little bit more, but I mean, she grew pretty fast,
Really?
and now I would guess that her growing has slowed down some,
Oh, okay. I know I was telling you before you came in, our library has a bearded dragon. And so, because I was looking at her, I'm like, gosh, she's not as big as the one at the library. So, I figured she had to be pretty young.
And like we said, just do your research. You need a pretty big habitat. You need a heat source, UV lights, making sure that you give them a proper diet. They're omnivores. So they eat plants and some insect or meat material.
Cool.
So she will get a mix of salads and bugs at our zoo, and
so she like Olive Garden salad, Caesar salad.
Well, maybe without the dressing. Maybe the green stuff though. She was.
I'm sorry, I had to go to the dad joke. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. So enrichment, with the food stuff, I was curious. What do you do for enrichment for a bearded dragon?
You could probably do a variety of different like food sources. They even sell manufactured bearded dragon foods. And we would probably give some of those maybe as treats because we do feel like she has a pretty balanced diet. It's good to provide them with they're semi-arboreal, meaning that they won't climb all the way up a tree, but they do like to get up to different heights in their habitat. Okay. So we call the furniture around in their habitat a lot. And obviously she's an ambassador animal, so we are able to use her for programs. It's great if you can get them out into the natural sunlight, take them out, sit outside with them on nice warm days.
Yeah.
Maybe today when it gets a little bit warmer out, but they would really benefit from that.
What are the holes on the side? So like obviously she's got the eyes. What are the holes on the side?
Those are her ears.
Her ears. Okay.
Yeah.
Does she hear well? I mean, like what's their what are they listening for?
She probably hears fairly well. I don't know. I guess these guys would be diurnal, so they would be most active during the day. So they do probably rely a lot on their sight and their hearing as far as their senses go.
Interesting. How much did I ask how much bigger she'll get?
Yeah, she'll go.
I know, like you said, about 2 feet.
2 feet, including the length of the tail.
And how much will she weigh?
Oh gosh, it's been a few years since we've had these guys. I'm not sure how many grams. We weigh everything in grams. At the zoo.
Yeah. Oh, okay. What's their lifespan?
Usually in captivity, they say they can live up to 20 years, but it's probably more commonly would be about 10 to 15.
Okay. Yeah. And so not in captivity, you're saying 10 to 15.
Well, in captivity, 10 to 15 is probably more of a normal, but you're always going to have those few that may live up to 20.
Yeah, sorry, but in the wild, it would
it'd probably be less than that. They may, maybe they're not able to hunt, or sickness or disease, or predation from other animals. So
and I don't know with like animals like this, are there behaviors as a young bearded dragon they grow out of as they get older?
Well, I think so, because when we first got them, they were pretty skittish. I mean, they were squirmy little bearded dragons. And they
How many
would
do you
run.
have?
We just have the 2 right now.
Okay, gotcha.
But when they were, like I said, they were pretty little when we first got them. They were just, I want to say 4 weeks old or so. So they were fairly small. So you can see they've grown. And then, we had to make sure we got really little crickets, because they were so little. And then obviously the size of our crickets that we feed them have grown as the bearded dragons have grown.
Interesting. Did I ask what prompted to the zoo to go back to or get a bearded dragon?
We didn't have any for a few years. And that, like I said, there was another zoo that, just asked if there was any interest in, them breeding some, because they've had some, in the past. And we definitely, we said, we would be interested.
So they're part of a breeding program then?
Yeah. I mean, they're not kind of a managed program like our spider monkeys and our Galapagos tortoises necessarily.
Okay.
Just because they are pretty common, in the United States, especially with breeders and everything.
Gotcha.
But we also kind of like that we knew were the history of the parents because they came from another zoo.
Gotcha.
So.
Cool. Well, what did I not ask about in terms of the bearded dragon?
I don't know. They, you can see she's pretty flat right here, but I mean, like I said, they can inflate and make themselves look a lot bigger.
Do they move pretty quick when they need to?
Yeah, when she needs to, she can run pretty quickly. But yeah, if you have them, I would make sure you have some good basking places. They like, like I said, a heat lamp. You want a spot that's really warm, but then also a spot where if they want to cool down, they can do that.
Do they need water?
Yes, water. Even though they're found in an arid place, I mean, you still need to provide them with water, and in order to help them shed, you need to make sure you mist them or give them a pool that they can soak in, just so they can help shed that skin.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. How often do they do that?
I don't know how often now. Obviously, when they're little and they're growing, quickly, they would be shedding more often. So she probably has slowed down on the amount of her sheds.
Will she change colors as she gets older?
Some of them do, but I think she's always been a little bit more yellow than the other guy that we have. He's kind of a paler gray color, and I think they just come in different colorations.
Interesting.
Yeah.
When they do reproduce, how many offspring do they have at a time?
I'm trying to remember how many they just had. They had quite a few when we were there of young ones.
Wow.
So, they lay the eggs. And I don't know off the top of my head. I would guess maybe it's 8 to 20, kind of in that ballpark.
Gotcha. How cool. That's fun. Awesome. Well, Heather, if, we talked about the mobile zoo.
Yes.
I don't know if the winter time is a good opportunity for a mobile zoo visit by the zoo, but where do folks go to learn about that opportunity?
Yeah, they can give us a call or check us out on our website at scovillzoo.com or call us at 217-421-7435. Our mobile zoo programs have slowed down quite a bit, and this may be actually a good time. In the summer, we are so busy that we're turning folks away just because we're booked through the summer. But we do go to classrooms or nursing homes, and if you're interested in booking our program, it may be somebody like this bearded dragon that we're able to take out, and that's what works so well. You can see she's pretty calm. She doesn't seem to be very stressed, and it's a good way for people to kind of, they make that connection. They say that you make a connection and you get interested in conservation and animals from what you see, not rather just, always what you read in a book or see on TV. So we think that's still a great opportunity, and it's why it's still important for us to do these outreach programs.
Definitely different to see it in real life, right?
Yes.
Yep, for sure. Very good. Well, Heather, let's break here. Come back with some more. Heather Purdeu, Scovill Zoo, our guest in studio. More to come with Heather on The Morning Show.
WHOW.
Baum Chevrolet Buick offers full transportation options while giving you peace of mind. This is Scott Baum from Baum Chevrolet Buick here in Clinton. This is what we do every day. We listen to you, give you options for routine maintenance, major mechanical problems, or collision repairs with a staff that's knowledgeable to find the best option for you. Baum Chevrolet Buick, your full-service dealer. See us at BaumChevyBuick.com right from the start.
The WHOW Morning Show is now video streamed live on the WHOW WEZC DeWittDailyNews.com Facebook page and on the new WHOW TV YouTube channel. Watch Morning Show host Seth Lawrence interview guests live, as well as watch archived video podcasts of any interview you missed. Whether on Facebook or YouTube, we're providing 2 more ways that Central Illinois' local news station, WHOW, delivers compelling content for you.
Here are the contest rules for WHOW and WEZC Radio. We allow only one winner of any prize from either station per household in a 30-day period. Prizes can be picked up by the winner at our studios inside the Big Red Barn 4 miles south of Clinton on U.S. Highway 51 within 2 weeks of winning. Our office hours are weekdays from 8 till 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Employees of WHOW, WEZC, and their families are not allowed to participate in our contest. Thanks for participating and for listening to WHOW and WEZC.
Paul Scarron, CEO of Warner Hospital and Health Services in Clinton. With October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, our state-of-the-art 3D mammo machine can help detect early cancer. Find out details by clicking our icon at DeWittDailyNews.com.
Ramey Miller from Run Deep Coaching. Take your power back. I do holistic personal and business coaching. My service is virtual, so we can visit no matter where you are. Find out more by clicking my icon at DeWittDailyNews.com. That's DeWittDailyNews.com.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Once again, a good morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Heather Purdeu, Executive Director of the Scovill Zoo in Decatur, our guest. And what was the bearded dragon's name?
Falcor.
Falcor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I wasn't going to remember that anyways. But Falcor, the bearded dragon, in studio with us. And if you're watching on the YouTube and Facebook feed today, you get to see Falcor too. So check that out if you're in the car, and when you get home, pull that out. So come on in. That's our IT guy. Mm-hmm. I was hoping he would come in and see Falcor. This is a bearded dragon. Yeah. This is Justin, by the way. This is Heather. So.
Hi.
Yeah, cool. Awesome. Well, Heather, so it's been a busy October at the zoo, even though we're now into November. But the zoo, Boo at the Zoo just wrapped up. How about that? How did that event go?
It went very well. We couldn't have asked for better weather during it. So it was, obviously, we're kind of in a drought right now. So it was dry during every afternoon and evenings. It was a little windy this last 2 days of Boo at the Zoo, but it was great. It's one of my favorite times of the year. I love seeing the families come in with the costumes, and I think everyone just enjoys it. It's a great family fun event for everyone to go to.
What was the coolest costume you saw this year?
Ooh, the coolest costumes. I love seeing like group costumes with the family. And, Wizard of Oz seems to be always a good one.
It's a timeless one.
Yeah, a timeless one that everyone dresses up as. Trying to see what else. Trying to remember what else was popular. Obviously, there's always superheroes. We see so many of those.
Did you get like Families of the Incredibles this year at all?
We didn't see any Incredibles this year.
Yeah, I didn't see any this
I've
year
seen
either.
one group did Inside Out. That one.
I saw a lot of that.
Yeah,
this
like
year.
they're doing all the emotions, so that was super cute. But yeah, it's great seeing, and I love like sometimes the kids are all like different animals. Porcupine, that one with like the spines on the back. Yeah, that's pretty cute.
So I wanted to ask because it was so funny. I saw, I don't know why, but this video on my Instagram got fed to me about like these animals at the zoos that like come up and attack the glass. The little kids. Yeah. So is there like a costume that sets off any of your animals?
I don't know. I don't think we've had that issue at our zoo. So maybe it depends on the animals, and some animals like our apes and stuff that are more intelligent, they may pick up on that more. But our animals, the only animals, we do have service dogs that will come in. They always start alarm calling when they see those. But other than that, kids in costumes, I think they catch on pretty quickly.
Yeah, for sure. So, Boo at the Zoo, did you say how many kids you had or like people you had in this year?
Yeah, we had over 12,000 that we know. We're still kind of finishing up with all the, and tickets and everything and getting all that kind of squared away. But yeah, it was a very great year.
Nice.
We didn't have any rainy or really cold nights. I think all our volunteers, thank you again to all our volunteers and sponsors that help us out. We wouldn't be able to run this event without them. And I think they were very happy too, for those who set out to help pass out the candy. We're very appreciative of the weather this year. It was very warm, and they didn't have to really bundle up too much.
Fantastic. Very good. So now with Boo at the Zoo kind of in the rearview mirror, the Scovill Zoo has closed down for the season,
Yeah,
right?
we have closed for the season. And so this is kind of our time to kind of reassess everything and get ready for the spring. Our animals all stay there throughout the winter, and our animal care team, they're actually gearing up to get a little bit busier because a lot of the animals get moved indoors for the winter. So they know they'll have a lot more hosing and everything to do. But our guest services staff, some of them, we do have a lot of high school students, so they're still in school and everything. And we'll be doing our inventory, kind of all those off-season things till we gear up in April. We do have our Zoo Buddies classes. If anyone has a preschooler from ages 3 to 5, those are year-round. So they're the second Tuesday of every month. I know November it will be the 12th. And the theme will be penguins. So come out and and they'll talk about penguins and then go out there. So you can register for that online at scovillzoo.com, or you can give us a call too at the 217-421-7435 if you had a preschooler that would really enjoy that class.
And that's free, right?
No, there is a cost for it. I don't know off the top of my head how much it is, but I think it's around $20. But they do get like a little toy. They get a story. I think it's an hour program, but the kids love it. And then they usually, depending on what the theme is, either that animal will come to the class or they'll walk out. So they'll probably, they'll walk out to the penguin exhibit.
She's getting a little squirrely over there.
Yeah, she's just wanting to move.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, well, let's, Heather, talk about, since the Scovill Zoo is closed for the season, what do you do with all those animals?
They're still there. A lot of them may get moved indoors. Some of our animals, like our spider monkeys, howler monkeys, they have a building that's right there attached. So if we get a mild day where it's a little bit warmer, they can still go out in their exhibit during the day. So other animals, like our tortoises and alligators and, toucans, they actually get moved into a larger building we call our animal care holding building. And right now, some of those animals are still out. I think I was telling you, our tortoises and alligators are still out because it's just been so warm. And once we start cooling down, we get below freezing, our highs of the day start getting more into the 50s every day, then we will move them in. Right now, they do have, our tortoises have little shelters with heat lamps, so, we still provide them with that. But we'll move them in probably in the next couple of weeks.
Gotcha. Cool. Very good. So busy time at the zoo. Yeah. Even though people aren't in, it's still, you said it's still busy, right?
Yeah. And then this is the time of year, we work on maybe some paperwork, any AZA policies that we need to do, some of those fun-filled things that we love to do at our desk. This is kind of the time of year that we can do that.
Yeah. So how much are you getting familiar with all of that, the AZA stuff?
Yeah, that will be new for me this year. And again, that was something Ken usually did during the winter, and just making sure that we're having all our policies up to date. We review policies during that time. And so, I'll be starting that.
Are her nails sharp?
A little sharp. They're a little prickly, but it's not too bad. It's not hurting me.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Very good.
She's just gripping.
Yeah, looks like she's not into something.
That's or she's getting bored and she wants to explore. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we better get her back to the zoo. Very good. Well, Heather, all the things we've talked about here today, particularly, like the Zoo Buddies you talked about, that program.
Yes.
Where do folks go to learn about all these things?
They can check out our website at scovillzoo.com, our Facebook page. We're always updating that. And again, if they ever have any questions, please give us a call at 217-421-7435.
Easy enough. Heather, always good to see you.
Yeah,
Thanks for making time for us.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
Heather Purdeu is the executive director of the Scovill Zoo in Decatur. Our guest in studio. The morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube. It's brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin insurance agent in Clinton. Network news comes your way now on the morning show.